Hey there, collective. Welcome to your quick read. This is going to be for those of you who are in love with a Gemini. Okay, we're going to see what you need to know about this Gemini, what this Gemini's main focus is at this time, and how this Gemini feels about you. Remember to take the messages as they resonate and know that not all Geminis are the same, so do not try to place them in the same box or category, okay? Take what resonates for you in your situation. So for what you need to know about this Gemini, you have past lack suffering. This Gemini is either currently going through or coming out of a state of fear, and I'm hearing illusion. This Gemini was battling with a sense of self. Um, this Gemini was battling between, was battling between two worlds. I'm getting that this Gemini is kind of suffering in silence about a certain decision that they may have made, where they feel like they may be obligated to have to give. But I'm getting like this Gemini made a decision when they were in a state of some sort of illusionment. They may have perceived something to be a certain kind of way, and when they got it, it wasn't what they intended it to be. So now I'm getting like this Gemini is going back and forth with the decision that they made, wondering if they moved too fast. I'm getting this Gemini has done or is doing some healing, which has or is opening them up to a different, newer perspective of things. And this Gemini is starting to see more of their strength or tap more into their strength. It's a new level up for this Gemini in some way, shape, or form. And it's a sense of a rebirth here for this Gemini. And I'm feeling like because this Gemini is healing from certain past ways and habits and cycles in their life, it's like now this Gemini is currently looking at certain decisions and choices that they may have felt like they rushed into making. Um, there's a sense of, I did say that this Gemini is definitely healing in a way. A little girl could be specific. This Gemini could have a little girl, or this could be pertaining to the little girl inside of them if they are a woman, right? But I'm getting this Gemini wants to feel like that little kid again. Okay, it's something in them that is longing to feel that spark again. It's like this Gemini is currently going through, their memory bank. They're in their mind a lot. They're trying to figure out what their purpose is, what they want to do in life, what is their real purpose, and what will they discover or come across that makes them feel useful and purposeful, makes them feel like they have a purpose. I get this Gemini is searching for their purpose, or they're about to start, or they're even just wondering and thinking about what it could possibly be. This Gemini could potentially have either a level up in a position, or they could be receiving a new opportunity offer. And they may be in a moment of trying to discover if the opportunity is worth taking, if the juice is worth the squeeze, or they could be searching for what is worth it when it comes to their financial stability, when it comes to them investing, when it comes to something stable and silent. Silent? I meant solid, but I said silent. Something stable and silent. So right now, this Gemini could be keeping silent about making a particular move, or about doing some sort of research or discovery on a particular career field or something, because they may still be in confusion about what they want to do or how they want to do something. So they may be staying silent at this time, staying quiet at this time. But this Gemini is in a period or going through or about to go through a period of rebirth. This winter could be very specific for this Gemini because I get something is pushing this Gemini into wondering what their purpose is, what they want to do, and how they want to move forward. Right now, I'm getting more so, like I said, this Gemini is not really speaking out loud or saying anything about it because it's like they're still trying to figure out what is specifically designed for them, what they're truly meant to do. This Gemini could be someone who is married or has been married before. But I feel like this Gemini has made a lot of decisions out of their past self. And now this Gemini is about to or starting to go towards more towards their higher self. And their higher self has their past self looking at, certain situations and decisions and choices they made in that state. But because they are no longer in that state anymore, their higher self has them questioning, is the choices that they made thus far still good for them? Does the choices that they made thus far still align with them? So this Gemini is in a period of introspection, and I'm getting self-revelation, just looking at things from a different standpoint compared to how they used to view things, okay? As far as what this Gemini is mainly focused on, you have Pluto in transformation. This Gemini is focused on coming out of a period of repression. This Gemini feels like they either have been holding something back for a long time or holding themselves back for a long time or allowing other people, places, things, and or circumstances to hold them back for a long time. And now this Gemini is certain. This Gemini is seeking clarity and answers, okay? It's like their heart is yearning for some sort of answer, some sort of truth, some sort of new insight. This Gemini is ready to pop out with something or pop out better, do better. This Gemini is currently going through a period of transformational growth, okay? Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, all of that shit. This Gemini is seeking happiness, seeking making better choices and decisions for themselves. This Gemini could have once upon a time felt blocked or stagnant or stuck or bound and tied. This Gemini could have felt restricted in a lot of ways, but now I'm getting whatever this Gemini once was cutting themselves off from or holding themselves back from. The Gemini is no longer allowing themselves or going to keep holding themselves back from opening themselves up to new possibilities and receiving the life that they want or receiving the opportunities that they want. I'm getting that this Gemini could be in a state of confusion right now. I get this Gemini is mainly focused on their happiness, but they're more so focused on how to get out of this state of illusion, how to get out of this state of confusion. And once upon a time, this Gemini could have been so stuck in their comfort zone that they were so used to hugging on to things that was familiar to them and comforting to them. But now this Gemini wants more. They crave more. They long for more. So now they're getting ready to open themselves up for more. They're tired of being scared. They're tired of holding themselves back. They're ready for a change. They're ready for something new. They're tired of being confused. They're tired of being stuck wondering what would things be like or look like if I took this chance. They're tired of thinking on it. This Gemini is ready to finally step into full-fledged transformation and go for what they want, okay? Which is happiness. Now, as far as how this Gemini feels about you, collective, you have detachment and cold. There literally is a sense of detachment here. This may trigger you. You may not want to hear it, but I'm going to tell you the truth. This Gemini is literally focused on their stability and getting away from things that no longer serve them. This Gemini is feeling like a sense of stuck and binded. This Gemini could also feel like you or the connection may be a little toxic and they are hoping for things to get better. This Gemini could be searching for some sort of truth from you specifically, or maybe they're searching for a sort of truth about the connection, all right, about where you two are headed, if you two can do this, whatever. This Gemini is looking for the truth about why something came to an end, or this Gemini is getting over an ending, and it has them being more open to truth. Okay, truth and clarity. This Gemini no longer wants to be stuck in the dark about things. They want to know, they want communication, they want clarity about something. This Gemini is trying to balance a decision now. This Gemini feels like they want rest, they want reciprocity, they want help with the obligations that they have, and they just want to feel appreciated. Okay, this Gemini is tired of dealing with the players and people who cheat.